Just a brief synopsis. I do want to promote a book, even though I'm not getting paid to do it, but I do believe it's a good idea to pick up this book. There are many books out there, but if you're into marketing and so forth, I suggest using the New Community Rules, Marketing on the Social Web. Great source of information for promoting and so forth in the correct fashion. We all know it happens all the time. You might as well make sure you're doing it the right way. There's my commercial. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about, which is the bigger thing, one of the bigger things that we're going to talk about tonight, is the 11 rules of online interaction, if you will, on the web, and which is on the other side of the sheet you all have. We're going to read each one verbatim, and then we'll talk about each one as we go. Since social media is, well, a social medium, it's important that users understand the proper ways to behave online. No, just because you're behind a computer monitor in your mom's basement doesn't mean all social etiquette goes out the window. It's quite the opposite. Following proper social media etiquette is a key to being successful online and making sure you don't make a complete idiot of yourself. Bottom line is, we're about to go over the things that most people tend to forget, even though they don't want to, but things that they would tend to forget that they would normally do in person versus when they are behind a screen and nobody can see them. Starting off with number one, give more than you receive. If you want to receive attention from others online, you have to be willing to give it first. What basically the bottom line here is social media is what it is. It's social. It's not about selling. It's about interacting. Like, so finding out what other people's needs are, and then they in turn ask you what your needs are, and once again, you have that interaction. You're learning stuff about the person. You're learning how to be more of a part of what's happening. And also because of that, once you start that routine of take and give, the business will follow because they'll realize that they can trust you and move forward. It's pretty basic. I mean, it's sort of like when a friend has a problem, you don't go in there telling them about your problems. You automatically say, hey, what's wrong? You know, or if, let's say you hear somebody needs some help, like for instance, when I called up Stacy the other day, she and I were speaking about student loans for her kids. I took some time out of my day a few days later, and I sent her an email with all these links and so forth of different places where she can find student loans, with not asking for anything in return. Point is, I was giving in because I heard what her need was, and I took care of it as best I could with what I thought would be fun. Things like that. That's what helps build who you are and the people around you. We've all seen this on the social web, where people keep blasting about what they need, what they want. After a while, you just tune them out. You're like, oh, that's Joe again. He's talking about selling his bicycle again. He still hasn't found a buyer. I wish he'd sell that, or at least get rid of it, give it to the Salvation Army, you know. But once again, it's one of those things where you want to give more than you receive. And in turn, that obviously will bring about the things that you need to make happen. Because sooner or later, they're going to ask you, if it's a person that is practicing the same thought process, sooner or later they're going to come back and say, hey Mike, I found 2 or 3 people that need your service. You know, that's what will eventually happen. It's not going to happen overnight, but the idea, by giving, you will eventually get what you need just being nice. It's kind of an obvious statement, but that's things that you need to think about when being on the web.